Wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làwọn tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun ti dé.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. This is Maiyegun, live from wherever you are watching from. Share the broadcast, invite your friends, and let us learn the latest, the updates. Open grazing, banning of open grazing. The North is banning open grazing. Some states are beginning to ban open grazing, yet the South will be persecuted for it.
Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Tonight, I'm also going to take you a little bit to Kogi, where Yeye Bello is their governor. The story of Kogi people and Yeye Bello is not different from the story of Hope Uzodinjo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. Therefore, we will take a tour to Kogi. The most important part of tonight is going to be us delving a little bit into the proposed Yoruba Nation Constitution, an idea of what a Yoruba nation as a country will look like administratively, economically, in fact, in defense. Oh, we have a lot to. That's the important part of this broadcast tonight. You don't want to miss that. Share the broadcast.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Ayé sọ́ra kiri. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Yoruba Nation Mega Rally, New York, at the United Nations General Assembly, the 76th, I believe. That is going to start from the 14th of September in New York City, United States of America. 1 million men and women will gather to tell those world leaders, Yorubas, Biafrans, Middle Beltans, called the Kwarara fans, they want to leave.
Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra.
Thank you very much for joining me. We'll get started now. As the terrorists are getting pardoned in Nigeria, it is no longer news to anybody anymore that the backer, the sponsor of terrorism in Nigeria, the aider, the abettors of terrorism, and all manner of criminality that is associated with what is today's bane of Nigeria, total destruction anyway. Those who are sponsoring them are those in government. We have established facts to back this up. That Nigeria, under this Bokohari and the jihadist apologists who have taken over Nigeria, they have been promoting ethno-religious supremacy in Nigeria, and this has shaped every of their policy that has now brought Nigeria to this precipice of a total balkanization, breakup. We have realized that with these guys, Nigeria as the crippled giant of Africa has become even more crippled, totally immobile. As giant as Nigeria is claimed to be, the ragtag Janjaweed terrorists from the Sahel have crossed the border of Nigeria, rounded up the entire country from the north to the south, from the north central to the south east, from the northeast to the southwest. From there to there, it is the same sing song. Save us, save our souls from the hands of these aliens. Invaders, they called them. But for 6 years, Nigerians have realized the real invaders are the ones who are currently occupying the seat of power of Nigeria. Or how do you explain it to a 5-year-old child that Nigeria with with security force of over 1 million personnel, Nigeria military, Nigeria intelligence, Nigeria defense, and every other parastatal of security that are working daily and getting paid daily with equipment bought in billions, even in trillions of naira, they are unable to stop some ethno-religious fanatics, murderers, jihadists that Nigeria couldn't really conquer them. How do you say that to a 5-year-old child? Of course you can't, except if you have to make up something. How do you explain that ragtag Fulani terrorists are able to ransack the Nigerian Defense Academy, There was no casualty among the terrorists who invaded the place, but they were able to kill two senior military officers and kidnapped one that they can't still find his body to this moment. And yet, there's nothing. They call them just criminals organized to embarrass Bokohari because they are all in on it. Now, this whole thing is just to tell you that if you still sit anywhere and think that there's a way out for Nigeria out of this, I am about to shock you. Nigeria is a big for-nothing country that this Fulani Janjaweed probably made obvious to every one of us now, to the point that terrorists will walk and swerve into the military base, and the military will run away. They said it's always the kind of shock attack, they called it. Meanwhile, those who attack them are pretty much those they are also protecting, so to say. So they walk into the military barracks, straight into the armory, and they will take wherever they can take, anything and everything, all the machine guns, everything that were meant to crush them. They pile them up somewhere for them, and every now and then they go in, they get them. Southern Nigeria said, we will not have any of this. Even for those who want one Nigeria and those who want out of Nigeria, everyone agreed that our safety, our security, our protection, including our own economic survival, which has come under serious and severe attacks since this Bokohari government came in. And what is our mainstay, our economic mainstay in the southern Nigeria? Agriculture. Our people resort more into growing their own food. Some they grow to feed themselves, and others they grow to sell, which help us to at least manage the Buharinomics that Bokohari brought upon us, that they unleash this terrorist on us, on the entire country, rather than pull the resources of Nigeria to ward them off, arrest the criminal, even if you have to build a special prison cell for them, prosecute them, and ensure that your porous border are completely secured. They didn't do that. They put in place a measure to forgive them whenever they are caught committing that crime. That's the policy. So our farmers, our women, our market women, rural communities in southern Nigeria came under severe attacks that people don't want to go to the farm anymore, especially in the areas that they've witnessed endless attacks of these terrorists. They just abandoned the farms. People are now struggling to feed. And they say in under 1 year, the level of hunger in Nigeria will beat any kind of level that the world has ever seen before. Nigeria is there. Nigeria is already the poverty capital of the world due to the corruption of these same criminals who hijacked or managed to invade your country through government. So southern Nigeria, for those who wanted to stay, for those who wanted to leave, they said, we're going to ban. First, let's start with banning of open grazing. If you ban that, then we monitor the movement of strange people in different states, and we can go after them in order to curb this insecurity. Immediately, the southern Nigeria made that position. The first people to respond were the northern Nigerian governors. And I'm going to tell you something tonight, just for the sake of those who are watching. There's this mentality of talking about northern Nigeria, northern Nigeria, northern Nigeria. And when we talk about northern Nigeria, we talk about 19 states as they made us believe. Southern Nigeria, 17 states. But do you know that from that same northern Nigeria they are talking about is where you have Taraba. Taraba is not an Islamic north. That is where you have Adamawa. Adamawa is not Islamic north. That is where you have Benue. Benue is not even Islamic north. That is where you have Plateau State. Plateau State is not Islamic North. Maybe I can't remember all of them. But I have just given you about 4 or 5 now from the 19 states they claim from northern Nigeria. But they have a way of bullying their way out there. I'm talking about those Fulani apologist governors in northern Nigeria. Once they call a meeting, even along that they are killing his people in Plateau State right now, he will attend and he will agree. In fact, they will make him read the communique that says the step taken by the southern Nigeria on the cows is a step against the northern Nigeria, including Nasarawa. God bless you. Nasarawa is not Islamic North. So when they talk about North, I want us to be at this point, we need to begin to separate the wheat from the chaff now. That is where the middle belt comes in. When they discuss this kind of supremacy they talk about, they just completely ignore the people of a middle belt. And we are talking about people that are over 40 million people on their own. So it is at this point we should begin to forget this monolithic North. There is nothing like that. It is the upper hand and the intimidation, just same local intimidation, religious unrest, fanaticism, and so many other things that are growing in these areas has put so many of these states and those who lead them under the control of the generality of these jihadists in government houses in northern Nigeria. And I think it's getting to that stage now that they will begin to detach themselves too, gradually. So they don't have any northern majority. There's nothing like northern majority anywhere. So they quickly said the move was against, including Kogi. God bless you guys know what I'm talking about anyway. I've given you examples. When they talk about Kogi, they will say Kogi is northern Nigeria. Is Kogi northern Nigeria? Well, you have a Yeye Bello there that's probably going to tell you that they belong to the north. Is Kwara State northern Nigeria? And is Kwara State wholly Muslim state, Islamic state? Now, the only two things they try to push is that we are northern Nigeria and Islam is the major thing, while underneath, people are being persecuted, communities are being ransacked, people are being killed daily. You now know all of that today, and you now know those behind them. So they said the move to stop cows movement, or the strange movement of people who have nowhere they are going other than to find a place in the forest in the south. Unidentified people, undocumented people. How does that work? They said it's against the northern Nigeria. That was the whole genesis. So, effort to curb strange movement of weapons and people all over the southern Nigeria. America warned Nigeria. They said from 2019, southern Nigeria will be invaded by ISIS loyalists, the terrorists that are loyal to ISIL in Syria. And they are the Fulani terrorists that the Nigeria government are telling the media houses never to call terrorists. They must be called bandits. They must never be called Fulani armed terrorists. No, they must be called bandits. They must be called unknown gunmen. All of these, America won though. Not be only America won though. But when the south, when the southern Nigeria, starting from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will invade you. They will invade you. They will kidnap your women. They will rape your women. They will take over your land. They said it will be this madman. So they said he was a madman. Why is he so aggressive? Why is he so angry? Why is he, can't he just, now you can see how many people dying now. In the hands of those they told you 4-5 years ago that they were coming and it will happen. They will call them different names, but it is for the same mission: to kill, to destroy, and to possibly kidnap. As people realize that, oh boy, may everybody just get sense. So before the whole thing change here, before they change the whole thing for all of us, so the Yorubas joined. He said, let us defend ourselves. Let us fight for what is rightly ours. Our land, our people, our ancestral land, they are all ours because they are what really makes us of who we are, where we come from. As much as they tried for years, for for decades, to make us bury our own real identity and put on the fake identity of Nigeria, an identity that is so complicated that you and I can't even defend what is the culture, what is the language of Nigeria, what is the culture of Nigeria, what is the real thing about Nigeria, and you will begin to see people or hear people tell you everything about themselves and where they come from. Where do they come from? They come from Biafra land. They come from Yoruba land. They come from Benin. They come from everywhere that they have their own real ancestors. And when we talk about ancestors, we're not talking about ghosts. We are talking about our progenitors, those who came before us, those who were here before us, before you and me. Because soon you and I will no longer be here. Our own generations that will come after us, they will refer to us as the ancestors who once lived, who once trekked on this path. That is something Nigeria couldn't take away from us. And since Bokohari has come to let us know our boundary, who we are, now that nobody can pretend anymore, the Yoruba says, you know what? We can actually take care of ourselves. And we are done with Nigeria. And rather than the criminals in government in Nigeria to put a brake, to put foot on the pedal and break this murderous campaign they started from 2015, they chose not to. They went after the Biafrans, the IPOB members. They called them terrorists, my dear people. I mean, people holding flags, people holding a banner, placards, holding selfie stick with phones right before our eyes. Bokohari tagged them terrorist organization just to get the license to kill them. And for 6 years, Bokohari and his own agents have been so busy, paranoid about the Biafrans, what they will likely become, and they have killed more than 5,000 of them. No joke now, that is not a make-up number. I am only trying to be generous with the figure. People have disappeared. People have been made to disappear simply because they are Igbo, they are Biafrans. Businesses have been targeted deliberately. As your naira gets spoiled every day, the criminals who can go in there and print money, they don't care. But businesses and lives of people have been ruined every day, apart from those they are going after because they are identified as IPOB members. 6 years of ethnic cleansing under Bokohari and this Al-Qaeda People's Congress. A target to say, why do they want to leave? Nobody wanted to listen to them because they know why they wanted to leave. They don't want to be part of the program that they have plotted for the southern Nigeria through this cow of a thing that has now become the national topic, the national subject, the national policy of Bokohari's government. They went after Sunday Igboho, Loye Sunday Igboho. You see what they did? They killed 2 people in his house, including one innocent blind man. They killed, the second person they killed inside Loye Sunday Igboho's house was actually a man without sight. When he was hearing the pack, he ran out of his small room and boom, they killed him. Simply because Oloye Sunday Igboho said, Yorubas, stand up and defend yourself. Why these people are trying to tell us to stand up and defend ourselves? the killings in northern Nigeria was pretty much like every day. And the northern politicians, they stood their ground and they insisted that banning open grazing in southern Nigeria is an attack on northern Nigeria. They turned it into the north versus the south. But ladies and gentlemen, there are some things you can't really cover for long. One of them is the fact that you cannot pretend, you cannot be feeding terrorists, rehabilitating them, and spending hundreds of millions of money given to you from the southern Nigeria to rehabilitate terrorists that can easily just go back into the same business, since even if they were caught, they will be released. Guess what? In Zamfara state alone, people, these so-called bandit terrorists, they have killed over 800 people in Zamfara state alone. And they have kidnapped over 3,000 people from Zamfara state alone. I don't know how many of them they have released and how much ransom they have paid in Zamfara state alone. If you go to Kaduna, as you are watching this video, all schools in Zamfara state have been shut down. As you are watching this video, all schools in Kaduna state have been shut down. And as you are watching this video, all schools in Katsina state have been shut down for one reason only, because of the promise of attack of terrorists. Those few schools who managed to open, those are the places you are now hearing the news of the children being kidnapped. 75 of them kidnapped in Zamfara state yesterday. Those who led and told all of you that banning open grazing is an attack on northern Nigeria, they have now come out. They didn't say they are banning open grazing. They said they are banning movement of cow and transportation of cows by truck or by foot. Do you understand what that means? They actually, in their own way, they don't even want you to even move cows inside their state at all. Not just that. These three states, Zamfara state, Katsina state, Kaduna state, they have also declared curfew in all of their own local government areas in their states. That is, the movement of the people is now restricted to some hours all over the state. They have also banned and closed all the markets, major bigger markets, where cows are being sold in those states. As you are watching this video, the southern Nigeria didn't go that far. Southern Nigeria said, don't bring cows, don't bring cows openly. Don't graze cow on people's farm. We don't want to see, if we see you and your cows, we will arrest you and we'll confiscate the cows. These guys who said those people who wanted to do that are doing so because they hated the Fulanis. It's because they ate the North. They didn't call it open grazing ban. They call it ban on movement of cows. And I am yet to hear from Garbage Shehu. I am yet to hear from Femi Okponu Adeshino or Laya Muhammad or any of these guys who are talking about unity, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Are you following this? They brought monsters because they wanted power. They promised devil that they will hand over Nigeria to the devil. And devil can make use of whatever he wanted to make use of it. So devil brought religion. The fanatism of the Taliban and government in Nigeria. And you see, it's about blood. How many of such blood do you think we can spare in southern Nigeria to help them keep Nigeria one? A direct question to you, if you don't mind. How many blood and how many people's blood? Because this is what is happening. How the southern Nigeria is under serious attack. And that attack can be resisted, can be pushed back only if those who are trying to be politically correct, those who are the beneficiary of the rotten system, who are doing everything to calm, some nerves. The nerves of people who are saying, let us go on and break this whole thing up. Let us get something that is really good and work for us. They are working because of what they are benefiting. I'm talking about, about the current political class in southern Nigeria. They are playing politics with it for a reason, for their own survival. Good. But we can push back. It is either we bypass them, which is an option. Two, first, we have seen them make a move, political moves that are really not politically viable this time around. They said we are banning open grazing from the 1st of September. Yet responded. And in this case, it is pretty much like the presidency of Nigeria support it's not like it seems. They have openly said that. Now, here's how we are getting we are getting double attack in southern Nigeria, including when you see those who are working so passionately to keep or to hold down the southern Nigeria for these lunatic in power, right? Here are the two ways we are being attacked. The whole country knows about the insecurity. Everybody knows. People are being careful. Some people are creating their own security in their own way to stay safe and stay alive, right? Simply because of what Nigeria has become. But the most top of those insecurities is the insecurity of getting caught up while you are traveling by the Fulani terrorists that will take over the road, and they will kidnap you to demand for ransom, or kidnap you, kill you, and sell your body parts to those who are doing organ harvest and all of that. It's a win-win situation for them. Now, people believe that Nigerians have been made to know that the military in Nigeria, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the power, they don't have the resources, they don't have the training, the exposure, they don't have anything to fight the terrorists. So they have made you believe that. Therefore, people have been saying, maybe we should then protect ourselves. Protect ourselves from those who are likely going to make Ogun State the Zamfara of Southwest. Protect ourselves from those who are working day and night to make Enugu the Benue of Southeast. And which is a good thing. Let's protect ourselves. But here's the other attack. No, you can't protect yourself like that. It doesn't work that way. To protect yourself, you don't have to, it's not going to be by holding a stick or gathering stones or getting some catapult. And in most cases, it is not even about this, your shakabula. You know that one cartridge that we have to, once you do, bah, then you wait again, you put them again, you shake them, bah, all those ones, no, they kill or do anything. We're talking about real weapon, automatic weapons that have their own ammunitions that are in abundance to protect the lives of others. How do you access that? No, you can't. Even if they see you with the shakabula, the Yoruba gun for the local gun and whatever, the shakabula, for your shakabula to really work, you need to close to that person, like my camera there and me here. Like he has to enter the person. Like, I don't know. But people who are coming with AK-47. They are high on codeine. They are told to be shouting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Most of them don't even understand what that means, other than Mosha, drink blood. So you don't defend yourself like that. Your military, your police will run away. If they are ever in that area at that time, then what do you defend yourself with? A proper ammo that people say. But you can't have access to that. Now, if you manage to have an access to that, that is a crime in Nigeria. Do you understand? It is a crime to defend yourself in Nigeria. You can talk about it. You can say, we have to defend ourselves. This one will say, defend yourself. They know what they are talking about. They know you can't defend yourself. You cannot use your hand to defend yourself. When people are holding AK-47, AK-49, Kalashnikov, 50 rounds ammunition, 100 rounds ammunition, non-stop. You're not going to say, Agbero ni kungbo, Agbero ni kiniko kiniko, I tell all of you to drop your gun. But before you finish the whole incantation, you don't die, forget, no joke. We are talking about 100, 200 terrorists on their bike with 200 AK-47 guns. So you can't defend yourself because Nigeria will arrest you. If they ever see that you even have a double barrel pump action, you say, hey, that man in that place, he has double barrel gun. He has double barrel. So now if say if terrorists come now, he can shoot like 3-4 of them. That person is a terrorist. Arrest him. They will display you. They will say you are one of the people who are moving guns for terrorists for this. Nigeria will say, hey, so that man said na terrorist be, because that is how they run things in Nigeria. So we are now under 2 attacks. That some people said, may we pray to God, may He come help us. Say, God don't give you brain already. So we have the option of bypassing them, which many have already been doing to keep us safe. Their action and their efforts may not be so obvious, but they are out there. We have seen them in the OPC in Yoruba land. We have seen the Agbekoya. We have seen the ESN in eastern Nigeria, where you have the Biafra land. We have seen so many others who have worked behind the scene to keep people safe, at least from the AK-47 wielding terrorists. How are they getting their AK-47? In Nigeria of today, what they do is that they walk into the military base, or they mounted their own hunting expedition on the highway, where they will stop travelers and they will march them in their hundreds. They will march them into the forest, and they will begin to ask the public to send them millions upon millions. These millions doesn't go to the hands of the terrorists. The millions that you pay for ransom goes into the hands of the terrorist sponsor, those who are in government. In return, they either get them weapons supplied through the channel that they use to get diplomatic guns, or they just give those guys the keys. Would you guys like to go into the barracks and pick up some toys? And whenever they did, this is how it looks. This is what it looks like. In that same Nigeria, the guns, if the guns are not in the hand of terrorists, the one in the gun, if it's not in the hands of terrorists, the gun in the hands of your military and police, they are all guns meant to kill you, kill all of us. And until they get whatever they are looking for, it seems that that's our fate, right? Go in there, boys. Shoot as many people as you see. Anybody will try to resist, you kill them. Go into that barracks. There are new deliveries there. Pick wherever you can pick and get around and play about like this.
الله أكبر الله أقول له أتكي ولا كنا تبوده يا كوبايا وكبر مكانك ما قاعد ازاي خب على ما كنت هادي انت وين قاعد يكون خب وانا كنت
An issue, okay, but and yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting, to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, he should give us. If
they have the weapons. I remember when some of my friends called in and they said, Maiyegun, we have been surrounded. Do you not see those guys? That's like a community. Uniform, Nigeria military, different kind of Nigeria military uniforms, different ones. You saw them, they are wearing them. They carted them away from after attacking places like Nigerian Defense Academy, Nigerian Giwa Barracks, the Abati, all these barracks everywhere that they have attacked. That's them. As the Taliban are celebrating that all the, what do you call it, all the weapons left for them in Afghanistan by the American forces, yeah? As they are doing, victory parade with all the Humvees, all these vehicles in Afghanistan. That's what those guys are doing in Nigeria. They are telling them that all of them should assemble in Nigeria. And they paid them to come. They paid them to come. The man that was talking there, the Kaduna little finger, Hell Rufaya of Kaduna, he traveled all over West Africa. He said it. After he became governor in 2015, he said that he traveled all over Africa to go and tell the Fulanis that they can come to Nigeria now. Their brother is now in power. If you have lost cattle, we will pay you. If you have lost anything, we will pay you. We may not be able to pay you for the life, but we can, then we pay them. We pay them money. He paid them Nigeria money. Those weapons you are seeing there, they are not smuggled weapons. So they are the weapons that Nigeria bought with Nigeria money. Some of them donated to Nigeria to fight terrorism. And these boys went into that place. They have trucks, they have military trucks, they have the APC, armored personnel carrier. They have all of that. Imagine terrorists having armored personnel carrier to go and fight war. And they are telling you that they never read. Don't read. They're just trying to pretend to hold it together. And if they say, make all of us just move, make all of us move. No, they pretend. In Ekiti, where somebody said, Maiyegun, this happened in Ekiti yesterday. Oh, and so it happened.
Adosi kere, Laje Bandele, ona ti jiyan gbe o, loru eni moju, àwọn mẹ́rin àti aláboyún kan ní Ajé Bandele ní ọ̀nà Ìkẹrẹ́ so gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà tẹ́ bá ń wò ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Nàìjíríà ti di ká fara tí o ogun eléyìí ti fẹ́ pọ̀ jù o agbára èèyàn ò ká mọ́ o ẹ wo báwọn èèyàn ṣe dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù on the one àwọn èèyàn lọ síbi iṣẹ́ ní Adó sí Ìkẹrẹ́ lóru mọ́jú wọ́n jí èèyàn gbé èyí le jù o èèyàn mẹ́rin náà jí gbé mọ́jú èní kọ́lọ́ máa ṣọ́ wa o Nàìjíríà lágbára bẹ́ẹ̀ lájí bá ń délé Adó Èkìtì o.
Four people disappeared in Ekiti. They can't find them. Maybe they were kidnapped by unknown kidnappers. Since you have unknown gunmen, unknown helicopter, unknown soldiers, unknown government, supervising unknown country. Because that's what Nigeria is becoming, an unknown. Everything is unknown. Don't wait till you become a victim. Even when they ask this man, this single man they have already singled out to be killed. Autumn, how do you feel for this whole thing? Because all of us get out with a feel. But when they ask Autumn, how do you feel about this whole thing? He said,
even when I'm on top of my wife and I remember the people who are in that DP camp. You go flat.
Do you understand? In his own way, anyway. But there are other things. There are other things he told us. So the people who said the South was against the northern Nigeria, against the Fulanis. And today, so just because the southern Nigeria says we will not allow those encroachers, these murderous criminals, to continue to put the lives of our people in danger, put the economic of the southern Nigeria in danger. We won't let them, among other things, we won't let them. Those who said that was against the northern Nigeria, they are doing the same thing now. They are. I mean, which one is banning the transportation of cows? Oh, nah. Hypocrisy, that they call them. Unknown president. We don't know if Bokohari is Jibril from Sudan. If is what's the other name again from Mali, or unknown president, unknown government, unknown gunmen, unknown men, unknown soldiers, unknown this, unknown that, including the unknown Willie. They call him the White Lion of Kogi, Yeye Bello of Kogi. You see, there are ways that you will get to know that you don't need any divination or anyone to to be a soothsayer or to be anything at all in a way before you can tell that a country doomed will always have somebody like a Yeye Bello as number one, as their governor. You remember Governor Tatata, the people of Kogi. Then go, yeah, who do you think? What do you thinking? What are you saying? If you do anyhow, you go, yeah, ta. Governor ta. Ashe. Life is wicked. And it seems that in Nigeria, the wicked are the rulers. The wicked, well, they are savers too. We call them oppressors, yeah? Yeye Bello. His story, I'll tell you his story. For some of you who probably need to catch up. Yeye Bello, like Hopeless Uzodejo of Imo State. They did APC primaries. Back then, this man, Audu, what is his name again? Is it Abubakar Audu? The man who can't die. Abubakar, I'm just going to use Audu. So the guy became the governorship candidate. Meanwhile, Tifnumbu already sent somebody from Lagos. That one is House of Rep member in Lagos, but he claimed to be from Kogi. Just like you have most of those ruling Lagos from, Ijebu. Thank God your governor is from Ijebu, which is good. Some of your commissioner from Oshun, from Abeokuta, from Ekiti. You know what I mean? Like your representatives, your senators, and the rest of them. There is even one, Yayi. That one, it says, is from Yewa. He wants to be governor in Yewa. He's been as of assembly, senator for them. You know what I'm talking about. Chief Numbu sent somebody to go and deputize Audu in Kogi. We don't know what was the plan. They said that Chief Numbu, they back Audu. So that when Audu misfire, that person sent from Lagos. That one is a representative representing Lagos at that time. Oh. Somebody should give me his name. People would like me to tell them their name. Audu Abubakar. He's dead now. Yeah, I know. What's the name of this guy from Lagos? It's now the representative representing somewhere in Lagos in Abuja now. Thank you very much. While they were doing the primary and while they were campaigning for the election, Audu died. Chief Numbu wanted that person to become the governor. Faleke. His name is Faleke. Abiodun Faleke. Faleke is representing Lagos in Abuja, and at the same time is the deputy governor in Kogi State for APC. So when Audu died, in Aso Rock, around that time, they were like, we cannot let Tifnumbu control any state, sir. During the primary, Yeye Bello came distant fourth, like hopeless Uzodinjo of Imo State. The next person that should just continue with how this vote should be Faleke, since they've already started the election or something. So they managed somehow, because of Tifnumbu, Faleke cannot be governor. From Lagos to Kogi, it was a real battle. That was how Yeye Bello became. And who was Yeye Bello? They said somehow Yeye Bello gets small connection with Aisha, the Dubai-based Nigeria first lady. You see, the story are just like entering themselves and all of that. Somehow, like the story of Hopeless Uzodinjo will always confuse you too. It is not really confusing. Now, people, they pull the string and they send them there for the same job of ensuring that you propagate the supremacy of the Fulani anywhere there. This may sound far-fetched to you, but it's not. What did Yeye Bello do? When Yeye Bello now became the governor, I don't want to talk about his looting and whatever, but there's a major one. Yeye Bello first stopped paying salary. And for the first 2 years, Kogi people no collect salary at all. And they dare not complain. Yeye Bello finally wanted to go for second term. He approached Bokohari. First, Bokohari gave him 10 billion naira so that he can go and pay salary and people can vote for them, or when they rig, there will not be much challenges. Yeye Bello collected 10 billion. We didn't know that before then, no. Not paying salary after collecting billions from the same Bokohari. When we talk about billions, there was a time they gave them bailout fund. There was a time they gave them Paris refund fund. There was a time that CBN put together money to borrow them money. All these billions collected for them to be able to pay salary. Yeye Bello just... You get what I mean? So election was coming. But we didn't know that Yeye Bello don't go use Kogi people destiny, Kogi people Kogi workers to go and borrow 20 billion from a bank in Nigeria because they wanted to pay salary. Now, the arrangement was that Yeye Bello will collect the 20 billion, okay? Pay all the salaries. And Kogi State will be paying 240-something million naira back every month. And Kogi will pay the money for 20 years. At the interest of 9% interest. When Yeye Bello collected the money, Yeye Bello just put the money inside fixed deposits. Remember, he borrowed the money for salary and he used the monthly allocation from Abuja as collateral. So as money is coming from Abuja, the bank that borrowed him the money will come out, they will remove 240-something million. And that's how much they will be removing for every month for 240 months, 20 years. So Yeye Bello put the money inside one savings and one fixed deposit at the interest rate of, I think they said now 15% a year. Last, they will be making something between 100 and 200 profit a year, even though the state will be paying back the loan with 240-something million. But every year, as the money remains in that fixed account, Yeye Bello and his partners in the bank, they will be making that money. While the Kogi workers are singing, well, what are you saying? What are you doing? If you try us here in Kogi, you go here, ta, 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 with empty stomach. So every time Yeye Bello goes to the bank to check how much am I collecting this year, you will collect 80 million, 100 million, sir. 100 million. Okay. Call me all the Nollywood actors and actresses. Tell them that White Lion want to see them in Kogi. Call me all the former footballers in Nigeria. All of them. Tell them that White Lion want to see them in Kogi. It got so bad that even during the coronavirus, where everybody is, where they were hiding palliatives, Kogi was not left out. It was a serious case. But I didn't make this up. EFCC just told us. And it's not shocking. It's not surprising. How could you be so heartless, so mean, that you looted your state so dry, subject your people to the worst of the wars that anyone can ever imagine, right? Among those who contributed to making Nigeria the poverty capital of the world, Kogi State is one of them. And the way is everywhere. Yeye Bello is going to be the governor, the president of Nigeria. He is the youngest person. And he was advising the Lagos landlord, Tifnumbu, that Tifnumbu is too old. They should let the young people do it. The Nigerian youth are calling on him to be their president. How could people who are, Nigeria, or let me say the people, they serve the people that rules them. It is unfortunate one, but somebody tend to kind of put it better than how I just put that now, because the failure of Bokohari, I want you to actually take the message. If you can discard the messenger, that would do a well of a deal. But before we proceed, my friends on YouTube, I'm so glad that we have a lot of us in tonight, right? But do me a favor, you can use this moment to give that thumb up. It's under that video. We have one person who already gave a thumb down. You can now double, triple, quadruple that now. Take your moment to give that thumb up. And after this video, we'll continue. Somebody is talking.
From an army of his own. And what sort of arrangement is it? Why is the office of the NSA? Why is the office of the Attorney General? You allow all this nonsense happening in the country. No. It's lack of seriousness in the leadership of those places. We are so mad about what happened. And now Somebody has seen Kanu was succeeding. He said he wanted to start in the southwest. Sunday Igboho. It's because of the way we are handling each and every situation. This kidnapping, we have somebody, a celebrity called Evans. How many years are you going to dispose of the case of Evans? Because of that, people have now said, if I am a kidnapper, nothing will happen to me. Let me look at somebody who kidnapped, who killed. He killed more than 10 people. He took money from so many people. This man is still enjoying in the prison. Why is this, is it Wadume case of Taraba? That one, another criminal who was a big kidnapper, who arranged with military and killed police officers at a checkpoint in Taraba. Where is his case? He is still enjoying in the hands of warders. What sort of country are we? Because you are treating these cases with levity, that's why we are having recurrence and new people are being recruited into this business, so-called kidnapping. See how innocent school children. Now we can't continue schooling in Kaduna State because no parent wants to release his child to go and be kidnapped. So it is most unfortunate. The way we are handling the whole security system is what is causing the deterioration of insecurity in the country. Unless we change, we are not going anywhere. It's a pity.
General Haliru
Akilu said, leave the message. There is another one. The reason why I want to have that on this program tonight is because for the record purpose. Are you with me? Those who told us, that's why we actually wanted the people of the southern Nigeria and those who are in politics of southern Nigeria to realize that no matter how much they try to pretend or how much they try to kind of, shy away from their responsibility of coming clean, be bold enough to say what they want and stand by it, the better for them. Their colleagues in northern Nigeria are already doing exactly the same thing they countered with their hypocrisy. And this time around, it will be, ideal, especially for the people of Yoruba land, the people of Biafra land, and those who have the resources to mobilize the people in this regard. Let them know that they speak for the people, they represent the people, and it's not in their own interest to shy away from it. And like I said, they can be bypassed. And that is why I'm going to hold on to my video. I want to quickly take you through the constitution of proposed. This is not the constitution, okay? This is proposed constitution of Yoruba nation, put together by some brilliant minds whose names are also attached. But primarily, you can see the Yoruba Strategy Alliance, Omoluabi Worldwide. I believe some of them are watching me right now. I am about to tell the world how great this piece of work is. If any of you happen to be watching me tonight, I'm not going to break everything down. I have read every bit of this, this proposal, and I can tell you this, Omo, we are so blessed as a people, as Yoruba people, okay? It doesn't take much to put together all the structures. But you see the names of these people. Let me see if I can change, let me see if I can change this screen to the bigger one that you can see. You see these names? These are the names of those who put together these pieces. This piece, I'll say, all the part of the Yoruba Nation Constitution, okay? You get to know about how is it going to be. I love the role they gave to the Yoruba kings in Yoruba Nation. Or more, it is more royally, it is more authoritative, it is more traditional, it is more kind of inclusive. in nation building. Honestly speaking, you see these names, Gani Alagbala, Michael Awosanya, Dr. PhD, David Olushola Bakin, John Oguniyi Brown, Deborah Balogun, Adewale Ifabunkumi, Kolawole Ilesanmi, Daniel Oyetayo, Konemore, Abekenumore, Olafuyi Ojeneye, Aderemilekun Omojola, Chief Tunde Omololu, Olusegun Oshosanya, Princess Moyo Sagai, and somebody who put his name as Anonymous Omoluabi as an alias. So these are the people who put this together. But let me give you the idea of what they put together so that you can know. And a copy, let me see if I can actually get a copy shared on there, okay? And it is for public dissemination. It was put together and published on the 15th of August, 2021. There's this part I'm going to read back to you now in a moment, okay? It said, but let me share the link for those who might want to read along, for those who might also want to, but bear with me. I'm going to share that. Here is the link, okay? If you get to see it on Facebook, if you get to see it on Twitter, you get to see it on YouTube, you can click that, okay? Well, let me take this off to make the screen a little bit better, okay? So if you open it up, you can read, or if you just want to listen to me, that's great, okay? So the preamble says, "Dear beloved citizens of our precious Yoruba nation, you would recall that recently we filed, on behalf of our people, a submission to the International Criminal Court alleging against the Nigerian officials genocide and crimes against humanity for the ongoing violence perpetrated upon our people. There is great clamor and movement for self-determination. Therefore, we convene various academic and practice professionals from several disciplines to craft a governing charter for Yoruba nation. And we are honored in all gravity to submit for your consideration the Constitution for Yoruba nation, enclosed herewith. In proposing this constitution, considered several factors, including but not limited to the nature of our people, our strength, and what we must admit as weaknesses. We drew from our history with peculiar adversaries who now pose an existential threat to us in what is certain to be their third failed attempt to conquer the Yoruba. We, however, will not be what is apparently a permanent underclass, as seen in the northern part of the country. Based on the foregoing, coupled with intense deliberation, at times resulting in hours of debate, we endowed the proposed constitution with best practices in governance, namely the separation of powers, vertically between the federal and the several states, and horizontally between the legislative, executive, and the judicial branches of government. Fittingly, we have infused and woven into this proposal the guardrails of checks and balance. But being Yoruba, this system would be incomplete without a place for our kings, for whom we made accommodation as an equal and independent branch of government. This is a constitution of limited government, which begins with the people's rights, recognizing that in a democracy, the people are the source of power. We submit this proposed constitution to our people with all humility, hoping to spark open discourse. We welcome commentary and for the consumption of our esteemed intelligentsia, we invite public debate that together we would craft the best path forward into the great destiny that awaits us. And this is from the secretary of the team that proposed this written constitution, Ogo Adulawo. And that's Michael Awosonya, Dr. Michael Awosonya. I don't know if Dr. Michael Awosonya will have the privilege of him watching us. Like I said, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to break all of this down at some point. But going through the proposed constitution in parts, right? You see this. You call this the article of constitution, okay? The people's rights is the first article. Article number 2 is the legislature. Article 3 is the executive. Article 4 is the judiciary. Article 5 is the Council of Kings. Article 6 is interstate relations. Article 7 is debt, national supremacy, oath of office. Article 8 is amendment process. Article 9 is adoption process. Now, if you look at all of these broken down, explained in the preamble, right? In the preamble, says, we Yoruba, in pursuit of our God-given destiny, to ensure security, to foster equal opportunity, and to enable all to manifest the blessings endowed by our Creator, to affirm and preserve our heritage, customs, and traditions, to express our inalienable rights, and to occupy our place among the nations, do hereby establish this constitution for just governance and equitable administration of resources. Article 1 of the Constitution, the people's rights. Remember, these are proposals. They are open for debate. They are open for discourse. They are open for people to write journals on. They are open for editing. This is the path we are talking about. There is more to come, by the way, because I have also said that when we have a book that identify with us, you will know, I will know, we will know. And trust me, if we can give it all the publicity that it requires, right? We must. Now, look at this body. The first thing in that constitution is our right, the people's right. Right to life, safety, and security. Every citizen and resident of Yoruba nation has the right to life, safety, security of person, and the fruits of their existence, which means your children, and shall not be deprived of such without due process of law. Nobody can take away such right from you without you running foul of a law that serves that you have to be punished, like imprisonment and what have you. On your right, citizenship. Oh boy, this is what I love about it, right? When I was reading this, there's nothing like citizenship in Nigeria defined. You don't even know who is a Nigerian. Here, every citizen, well, citizenship, every natural person having one parent with Yoruba ancestry is a citizen of Yoruba nation. Whether not one you get to, whether not two, and that's it. That's part of where legal mind will now put up proper, statement that will actually cover everything the way they do it in the proper constitution. Remember, Section 3 of Article 1, right to establish and sustain government. The citizens of Yoruba nation have the right to establish the government of Yoruba nation and of their several states in accordance with the provision of this constitution, and have the right to sustain such by appointing their legislators and executives. Section 4, your right to vote as a Yoruba, somebody living in a Yoruba nation, okay? The citizens of Yoruba nation who are 18 years of age or older with two natural parents of Yoruba ancestry may appoint members of the government of Yoruba nation and several states via voting. And may contest to hold public offices of profit or trust in Yoruba nation and several states. These rights shall not be denied or diminished by Yoruba nation or any state therein, nor by reasons of failure to pay any tax. Not paying your tax won't say you can't run for office. That is also open. Remember, it is a proposal. Section 5 of it says, right to dignity. The right to dignity being sacred. The people shall be free of abuse from the government and any agent thereof. The assembly and state legislatures shall enact firm punishments for such abuse and violations, which the executive of Yoruba Nation and the states, respectively, shall duly enforce. Rights, other rights under the Article 1, citizens' rights, right? Thank you very much. Don't forget the Nina's rally, Yoruba Nation rally, mega rally in New York from the 14th of September to the 21st of September. From what we heard, this might also last longer than that, up to the 30th of September this month, okay? If you are within any close by range, or you can book your flight in, you can fly in, or you can drive in, 14th of September, it's going to be a big time in New York. You can make it count, make the number large. Grow, bring your family, friends, and bring your flags, okay? So you've got the right to your land, which is so essential. Section 6 says, Clause 1, all land belong to natural persons. If you are a Yoruba man and you have any land in your name, the land in Yoruba land belong to you, okay? Aside from the land reserved for public use, to be administered by Yoruba Nation and the several states thereof, all land belong to natural persons who are citizens of Yoruba Nation, having both parents of Yoruba ancestry, or who inherit land from at least one parent of Yoruba ancestry. They alone shall hold title to land, whether directly or through corporate entities solely owned by them. Clause number 2 of your right, section 6 of your right to land. Citizens hold title. The people's right to their land, whether ancestral lands or those secured by legitimate transactions, shall not be encroached or such land taken except for public use, where necessary and proper, and upon just compensation. Notwithstanding the foregoing, no natural person lacking two natural parents of Yoruba ancestry may, through purchase, acquire title of land. From what they mean is this: you can buy land, but you can own title to it if you are not a Yoruba man or have any kind of a blood relation to any Yoruba in the Yoruba Nation. I would support that. But that is also open. For what? For serious deliberation, and then what will come out to be what will be a workable solution. I love framework. I love things when people can put things into a framework and say, okay, let's have a framework, let's have a template. Then you can then develop that template to a proper, better working document. Now, this is it. This is something I love. Okay, there are so much more that covers your rights, your freedom from corruption, how to fight corruption, national orientation, implementation of the national orientation, right to meaningful education, right to meaningful health care, official language and right to Yoruba language, all of this, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, right to arms. You see, this is another beautiful one, right? You're right. So they are talking about, this is Article 1 of the Yoruba Nation called proposed constitution. In that Article 1, you have rights to carry your own guns. I love this part. The right of the people to arms shall not be infringed, save for necessary and proper processes as shall be determined by state legislatures. Okay, in Yoruba land, you will have the right, if you want to, as long as you follow the law, to acquire that. Yeah, you have right to own your own gun. Now, when it comes to search warrants, how is it going to be? Summoned, granted, executed? No Gestapo style and all this madness. No double trial for the same crime, where they will arrest you today and say because you abused Bokohari, you are planning a coup. You were because you said something about APC, you are enemy of Nigeria. No. You will not have to face that in Yoruba land, in Yoruba nation. Right, you're right to remain silent if they ask you to talk and you choose not to say anything until you see a lawyer. In a sane country, that shouldn't be far-fetched or too much to ask for. Not in Nigeria. You have right to due process. You have right in every criminal matters as it concerns you. Your right to court appearance, your right to speedy and public trial, impartial jury, the location of your trial, all these things that puts into place your justice to ensure that you have access to justice. These whole things can be built up. It is a system. You're right, to trial in civil matters when it comes to that. Then when it comes to the judge authority to set aside the jury's verdict, all these rules, you know what I'm talking about? They are stated there. That if you open that link and you read them, okay, you will get to know where you think, no, I don't appreciate that. Oh, I'm a lawyer. I think, why not use the other one? Oh, I don't like the wordings. You have the chance to. And that's why we have to say a big thank you to this team that put all of this together. The legislatures, the chambers, you have the first chamber, you have the second chamber, their terms of office, all clear. Right? The numbers of lawmakers per state, the vacancy when somebody dies or they are sick, they can't continue anymore. What to do? No wahala. You know what I'm talking about? Your speaker, other officers in first chamber, rotational election, all these things were cleared out. I love that. Right? How to impeach anybody that run foul of the law, how to prosecute them, make sure they also have fair trial too. Guess what? The most beautiful part I love is the part of the kings. That the what do you call it? The Chamber of Kings all over Yoruba land, they can move a motion and initiate impeachment of any president in Yoruba land. That people believe that is no longer protecting the interest of the Yoruba people. You get what I mean now? The Council of Kings can put together by organizing the two-thirds of them. This is in this constitution. You get what I mean now? So it's so amazing. It's the idea, the structure, the framing, the wordings as well, including the section by section of how they put it. Open that link and read them up. So when people say Yoruba nation is not going to be different from Nigeria, tell them that they are not following, they are not paying attention. You have a place where you can actually decide on how you are going to be ruled from the start, from the scratch. Somebody said, how do we get there? But Maiyegun, how do we get there? We get there by first agreeing that we need it. If you don't think you need it, nobody can force it on you. No one will force it on you. Bokohari will actually make you see why you do, why we all do need it. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to break that down for you. Another thing about public office in Yoruba nation, right? When I read that constitution, it says that the only reward for being a public official in Yoruba nation is your salary and your health insurance. Which means that if you have any health issue, the government of Yoruba land will pay for you. They will send you to the Yoruba hospital, our own better hospital there. If you don't build one, we'll send you to the one you have left. You can't go abroad. You collect salary. You will live in your own house. And if they deem fit like, no, now let us have let's build us. Okay. Oh yeah. You will be living inside this place. You'll be collecting your salary. If you get any health challenge and where have you, we'll send you to the hospital. The people will pay for it. It's so amazing. Very small government and all of that. The two assembly, first assemblies, and first chamber, the two chambers they call them. First chamber, second chamber, their roles are clear. And there's also another independent body, the Council of Kings. I don't know if they call them Council of Kings. I don't know if that's what I put up there earlier. The Council of Kings or something like that. I'm going to go back on it. That part, if the people are tired of anybody that they believe that is not doing anything and is probably turning out to be another Bokohari or anywhere in the future, yeah, They can initiate impeachment and say, you, these chambers, we want you to initiate and begin the process of removing the president, of removing this person. Council of Kings, I'm right. I think I was right. How do you also deal with the kings? Oh boy, you see, when I'm going to take my time. I think I'm jumping the gun now. I'm going to take my time and tell you that this is what we're talking about. The other things I want to see right now is the one I showed you the other time. I'm going to look for it. Give me a minute. But before then, let's hear from this man. Like I said before, please take the message if you don't like the messenger. But I like the messenger and I love the message. Sharing with you.
Is there nobody to take responsibility? I want to believe that we have all failed. I mean, I failed as an imam to teach you that life is sacred. You all failed as parents to teach your children that killing is bad. Our community leaders failed. Our politicians failed. Governors failed. Especially His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have failed us. We have your video telling Nigerians that the military is capable. Our military is capable. It has all the requirements to tackle this insurgency. And if you are voted into power, you are going to make sure that happens in a short time. You have given 4 years an addition. Yet, people are dying like fowls. Killing is becoming norm in Nigeria under your watch, Mr. President. If there is no Nigerian to tell you, I will take the responsibility of telling you. And I will take the responsibility of the consequences, because the life and properties of Nigerians is above all. Let me tell you, Mr. President, under your watch, bandits are taxing Nigerians. Is that the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria? Under the provision of Constitution of Nigeria, no one has the right to tax any Nigerian, except being authorized by the federal government or any other constituted authority. I'm not a learned person, but I'm not a layman. I'm telling you, Mr. President, you are to take responsibility. Because we have it in the Quran, we have it in Ahadith. Man wajada khairan falyahamidillah, wa man wajada ghayra dhalika fala yalumanna illa nafsa. Who do you want us to give responsibility? Do you want us to give the President of America, the President of Ghana, the President of the Chad? No. We have the right, constitutional right to ask you, Mr. President.
So, my dear brethren and Liz, I love the message and I love the messenger. Somebody had to say it. And I'm seeing beyond the messenger as well. The fact that he had the courage that much to come out and speak out. They said it's an imam in Apo Villa or Apo area of Abuja or so. But it's on record. People are speaking up. And the reason why you should be listening, the reason why this video like that is so important is because we have people who believe that generally, the northern Nigeria, they are keeping quiet, generally. And we need to continue to let you know that as much as these criminals have done so well to intimidate people into silence, that if you say anything, it's pretty much like you'll be accused of being blaspheming against their belief and their faith, and you can be targeted for your, for killing, for execution or something. But when we see people who sum up courage enough to say this, just in front of the people of faith, that's all we need. Somebody has to say it. Offline, off these old places. Go there to the people who are actually so scared to even think for themselves. So you don't have to take the messenger. So maybe you don't have to. You should try and take the messenger and the message anyway, which is great. But somebody is pretty much even clearer. I think, where's that thing I picked up earlier? Let me see. I think it's this.
And she says, how do you plan to tackle the crisis in Plateau State, Jos, between the Hausas and the indigenous tribes? If you
sorry, guys. I am going to ask my friends once again, especially my friends on YouTube, okay? You've done so well enough that if you are just joining, or if you haven't really dropped your own offering, you remember that your #1 offering on Maiyegun's Diary Politico is that thumb up. Click on it before you get settled into the chat room, or you can come out of it. Click that thumb up, right? Super chat, Omo Yoruba, thank you very much, right? Super chat, super sticker, they are like going extra. Say, Maiyegun, they enjoy you. But to keep the Temple of Truth running, don't leave your offering behind. That thumb up, go make it happen. Bokohari, a few years back, gave the signal that what is happening in Jos today, it didn't start today. And the issue of Fulani, herdsmen, invasion, subjugation, and takeover, all of this madness, Bokohari was giving people, you people the symptom, giving you the sign way back in 2007, 2011. But guess what? They told you in 2015 when they brought the abracadabra, Oli, vote Bokohari, think Oshunbade, Bokohari will be fighting physical battle with terrorists. Oshunbade, Ikene Shatabando will be fighting spiritual battle with the terrorists. At the physical, at the spiritual, none of them is no longer viable anymore. Everybody is now running for the mountains, Abi. But way back, it gave design to the crisis that happened back then in Jos. And quickly, he smuggled in his Fulani agenda.
And she says, how do you plan to tackle the crisis in Plateau State, Jos, between the Hausas and the indigenous tribes if you become president?
Simple. I've done that in Kano. For the last 8 years, nobody has had any more crisis in Kano State. Before now, you see, before I came on board, Kano used to be known as a very volatile state. At the slightest ignition, 1,000 kilometers away, crisis will erupt in Kano. It will catch fire. When we came on board, we ran a government of all inclusive. Today I have in my cabinet an Igbo man, a Christian, I have a Yoruba man, I have a Bayelsa man, I have a Kogi State man in my state. And this has given them sense of belonging. And we are working. In fact, just 2 months ago, I got a letter of commendation from the national headquarters of the Christian Association of Nigeria, commending the way we are operating, integrating, and working with everybody. In the past, when there is crisis anywhere in Nigeria, in the next 1 hour, you'll find the non-Muslims, the non-Hausa speaking, trooping into police station. But today, in spite of all the crises in Plateau State, in Borno, and all other places, not a single person goes to the police station. Everybody in Kano, the non-indigenous, the non-Muslim, are sleeping with their 2 eyes closed. This is the therapy we will apply globally for Nigeria, and everybody will be in peace.
Thank you. Some silence, please. Thank you very much. Let's try and use the little time that we have left to get as many issues addressed as possible. General Muhammadu Buhari.
Yep.
The same question, please.
Well, in the CPC manifesto, we are considering local policy. neighborhood committees. It's on the ground that in every local government there is a security committee. This comprises of the local cultural leadership, the police, and of course, chairman of the local government or his secretary. Now, this must be empowered. The question of the plateau is the question of the problem of virtually nomads and stagnant farmers. In the old north, where people know, there are cattle routes, there are grazing areas with infrastructure. All those now have gone. And these nomads are part of Nigerians. And they are what they are, the nomads. They have no permanent abode. They move around north to south, east to west throughout the country. So it is good to make sure that the old policing is done.
Thank you.
And that will bring peace.
Thank you. Malam Nuribadi.
Now, that was the catalyst to Fulani.
Clear to you now, how is it very clear? Listen to the minister. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Somebody that studied Sharia law is the head of the judicial system. Fulani. Is it very clear to you now, how this is Politico Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation of Fulani. Communication of Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. All the 19 northern governors are Fulani except the Benue, Trap and Kogi. Every northerner, apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now, how this is Politico Republic? Because Fulani have a game plan. From the word go, their game plan is to dominate and subjugate you. Dominate and subjugate. Where's their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanuri, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief, Fulani. Police IG, Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency, Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanuri, of course, is Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how
I just think that somewhere God will just help me because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't.
Do you understand now? From 2007, he was giving the sign. They were talking about insecurity. Say he was defending the nomadic as last. Now, cow be the national conversation in Nigeria now for making a mistake of electing Bokohari. The same people that brought Bokohari in, they are now in the museum in London. They turned that one to Arokeshi of London, where people they buy tickets from Nigeria to come and look at him. And when people come, they will dress him up, put glasses on him. They will put on this oversized shoe that looks like the shoes that people in the aged people in the old people's home. The shoes they put on, fluffy shoes, they'll put it on him. They will post him together and package him and say, oh yeah, smile. And they will see all the people who come to see him are looking more happy. It's like seeing Maiyegun. They turn Tifnumbu to masquerade. They put him inside the room in London with a walking stick. People will say, hello. They say, who is there? Senator, sir. Senator Lateku. What senator be that? Senator Agbabiaka from Isaleko, sir. Bawoni. Okay, I'm coming. No, they are changing my diapers. I said, we are in the living room, sir. Okay, I'm coming. Please tell the people to turn off their cameras, because I will soon be coming from, okay? They say, yes, sir. Ashiwaju, sir. We are here. Then they put him there. They say, oh, yeah, pose. Say, see Ashiwaju Elanati. The people who brought Bokohari in, they've turned them to Maiyegun in London, where people now buy ticket from Nigeria to come and look at him and say, is he alive? Is he talking? How is he talking? Don't record that part, just take pictures. Take pictures. Okay. So as a Yoruba person, don't be say we dey mock them, we know they mock them, but now so then told you. And those people who have now turned us into their own guinea pig, have been what do they call that thing where you see for test lab laboratory? Guinea pig, what do they call them? Lab, I don't know. They want to turn us into their own species. I'm a Yoruba man. The same way I just seen the Constitution now is the same way I want to see something like this. Our elders, so our egghead, our think tanks for Yoruba nation, those of you who put together the Constitution, the proposed Constitution for Yoruba nation, Akintoye told me, he said, let me do this. Maybe I can show you. This is a book. I keep showing this on my programs all the time. This is a book that explains why Scotland want to get independence, okay? See how thick it is. Do you see that? Now, if you see from technology to community to policing to children, family, housing, international relations, sports, everything from everywhere in Scotland. So if you are Scottish or you are living in Scotland and you take your time to read this, trust me, you will just wish, say, oh boy, now I made them change the title and just put Yoruba Nation on it. You will want Yoruba Nation desperately more than what you think of it now. But there are people who can do that. You see all this book, it just contains all the heritage sites, areas, sites where are just for commercial, purpose, industrial areas, all of that, everything that makes money and will make money for the people of Scotland when they break away from the United Kingdom. Something to make you say, I want this. Not just the talks of promises of what politicians will say, don't worry, there will be 24 hours electricity in Yoruba land. We want you to help us put them in the book, okay? What are our resources that will generate that electricity for us? Where are they located? What would be the primary targets? Where are we going to have our industrial areas in Yoruba land situated? Which state will be the energy state of the Yoruba people? Which state is going to be the medical state of the Yoruba people? I'm talking about when you have to strategically locate things to serve different purposes for the Yoruba people. Put them in a book. Let our children read them. I can be their teacher. I can teach old people, I can teach young people, I can teach people of my age. I can come to any level to explain things that are easily written. Look at that Constitution. No big grammar, no nothing. Do you get what I mean now? No big grammar, something that is really easier. And our people will go into translating it into Yoruba. You will see the Yoruba Constitution of Yoruba land. Yes. So we want you to put things in book for us. Thank God the social media will help us. Today's world, technology says you don't have to print them into books right away. You can make them into PDF like the ones I just shared with all of you now. If you people can put it together for us, let everyone, well, it takes a lot to produce this. I'm not joking, I know. But if you tell us that we need to do it, if you want the Yorubas to say, yes, we want to do this, people will raise money for you and you will print millions of copies of this that will go to every home of every Yoruba person that is interested in freedom. If you can make this happen, honestly speaking, I will begin my world tour. I'll start world tour. I'll resign from work. I will begin the world tour. I'll go all over the world and break every pieces of that book down for everybody to let them know that if you are alive from wherever you are, you have a role to play. This is your time. This is your moment. Yoruba Nation now. I love what you guys are doing. I have to admit, and we can do better. And I'm so grateful the fact that I belong to this generation, by the way. Thank you. Because you see, those who know Bokohari better, they have told us. Don't dream it. Don't imagine it. Just let your mind tell you the worst is yet to come. What you are seeing right now is just preamble. Ask Otom.
To negotiate, they say no, na Buhari will be their coordinator. That time, Buhari never be president. Oh. And I don't talk you, there is organization here, they call them Meyetiala. Meyetiala, now them they do terrorism, now them they sponsor, now them they get money from government. Their chairman, now police the guide them. For this Abuja, or Ide Abuja here. And they don't take responsibility, say, now they kill people in Benue State. Now they kill people in other parts of the country. And nobody they talk about them. I don't write personally to president, say, make it arrest these people. Question them that the thing what they do no good. Maybe as they catch them, prosecute them. Everybody go also here. They no feed them. Another one, they say, Fulani nationality movement. Now them attempted to assassinate me. They wanted to kill me. Now only God helped me that day. I tell you, these people say Nigeria, now the only country where belongs to them. They don't write them. I have documents to show this. I don't send them to president. I don't send them to police. I don't send them to DSS. These people say, look, nothing will stop them because they wanted this revolution in 1800 and they could not achieve it by Ottoman Danfodio. But now they must take over. That they have the money, they have the power, they have the weapons, and they have everything. So this time they must take over. And they promise that we in Benue State, they go kill us, they go rape our women, they go deal with us, they go finish us because they have all the power. Because they go take over this country, now their own country, where Allah don't give them. And so all these things, the presidency, they have this thing where they talk, and it's in writing. I don't give them. The press handler or Mr. President, the man a lie they talk now. I think that him they will give him name saying a lie Muhammad, make it a lie waka.
But you see, Nigeria is at this state. There are even some people are telling you to pray and pray. The reason why you should not just believe those who are telling you to pray alone is because, remember, somebody once said, which was on record, somebody once said,
you and I know that the most important thing is that when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. Let me ask you a question. Are you rejoicing now? Under this government, are you rejoicing? Very good. The reason why we cannot rejoice under this government is because the scripture says, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice.
What will we go do for Oshibajo? Because they will be the one to tell us to pray, right? And to everybody who believed Oshibajo then, are you rejoicing now? Let me pray for you. Close your eyes.
Oshoni, Ajeni, Elebologun ni, Amaniseni ni, Afaimaniseni ni, Wafiinsile.
Amen. Thank you to every one of you who took your time to be part of the program tonight, okay? The purpose of the broadcast tonight is just to remind all of you that the hypocrites who condemn the southern Nigeria, who threaten the southern Nigeria with 2023 president blah, 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 nonsense, the hypocrites who did the same have actually started to implement the same thing they told their lab dogs to kill the southern Nigeria for. They told the southern Nigerian that, implementing open grazing is against the north. But from the back door, the hypocrites are already banning the cows. Where is Miyeti Allah? Where are the Fulani and the rest of them? Of course. Where are you? You that believe that banning open grazing or using your state money, your people's money, after giving them your land to start ranches for people you have no idea where they are coming from. But yeah, your government says give them land, open ranches for them. The hypocrites who told you that if you want presidency, you should open your doors, you should open your windows, you should open your houses for their cows. They are not just banning cows and the movement of cows. They are shutting down markets where cows are being sold in northern Nigeria. For those who are telling you to kill your brother, to join them, to crucify, jail your brother, kill everyone that believes that Nigeria is never going to work. They want to walk away. Those who are telling you to believe in one Nigeria, look at what they are doing. You will be the fool for it. That's for those who continue to believe in them. Thank you so much once again to every one of you, my friends. If this is your first time of watching Maiyegun, maybe you should subscribe now. Trust me, you will love it. You won't regret it. Okay. And to my friends who have always been there, you can, we are over 2,000, which is great, by the way. Yeah. You can drop your thumb up now, just before you go. And to every one of you, I will say thank you for your time. I'm going to see you some other time. Okay. Stay safe and continue to watch Maiyegun, and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n ní ràn.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù